Hey friends, I'm Rachel from RK Ribbon Designs, and if you saw my Facebook Live the other day, yesterday, I did a witch broom, and I said I will do another one that's just a straight tutorial, because sometimes in the lives I get to talking, so it gets a little harder to follow. So this way you guys will be able to follow it without all the extra chit chat. So we're going to actually do the broom 3 different ways, but the exact same technique for all 3, but they'll be like 3 different sizes. So I have 2 sizes here that I've already made, and then the other one, I don't know where my other little one is, but so this is like a larger broom, and this is where I use 2 4-inch ribbons. So we're going to make one like that. This is just 1 4-inch ribbon. And then we'll make one with a 2.5-inch ribbon. The 2.5-inch ribbon is more for like a small tiered tray, or like you can make it a little ornament for your, like a little tree or something. So let's get started. So you can use any ribbon that you like. I have now kind of fallen in love with this deluxe ribbon, because it has like a fused backing on there, so it makes it a little more stiff. So we can definitely use the like the Sam's Club ribbon, or yeah, Sam's Club, because they have Halloween ribbon. Sorry guys, I'm over here in my ribbon wall. Something like this, which is good too because it's all glittered, so it's going to be a little more stiff, but it's not as stiff. So you just have to know it'll kind of like could collapse a little easier in the middles, but absolutely can still use it. So it's up to you. If you do use the ones like this one, and if you get it from Burlap and Bling decor.com, you can use my coupon code, which is RK10, and save you 10%. All right, so what you're gonna do, I already folded it just to kind of see. So you're gonna take your ribbon, so this is a cut edge here, and I'm gonna fold it down. And for the small little broom, I'm folding it just about 1/4 inch folds. And then I'm gonna fold it one more time, so it looks like that. Then I'm gonna fold it back towards me, and then I'm gonna fold it forward. So you're just making accordion folds, and you're gonna do it till you have 7 folds. So you're just gonna go back and forth, and I kind of like pull out at the sides to make sure that it stays straight, because you don't want it to start going wonky and having like one side longer than the other. So try to keep your folds as even as you possibly can. So you're just gonna keep doing this until you have 7. Then when you get to 7, when you cut it, you're gonna cut it about 1/4 inch longer, so you have that extra hanging out. Then you're gonna take that extra and you're gonna fold it down into that last fold. So that way, in the back of your broom, you're not gonna have a raw edge. You're gonna have 2 folded edges, so it just finishes off nicer, and then you're not gonna have to worry about the wire poking out. All right, so now I kind of just lay it down just because I want to get a feel to make sure that it's straight. So I see like some little pieces that need to be kind of pulled down a little. And then I'm just going to take it, gather one side, that. And for this small one, I'm just going to go ahead and use just a little straw. Like these are just straws I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to cut it in half, because we don't, unless you really want a long broom handle, but I don't really want a super long broom handle. So now I'm going to find the middle. So that's why I like to do 7. So we'll have one middle fold. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then there's that middle fold. So we're going to open that middle fold, and then we're going to just put our little broom, the top of our handle right there, and we'll glue it in there. And I don't want to glue it too far down, because you still want the broom to open up even in that middle section there. So we're just going to glue it right kind of at the top. Then we're going to take just a little black zip tie or whatever zip tie you have. And we're just going to wrap it right around the top of our little broom part. So like that. And then I'm going to try to push it up as much as I can. Make sure all of my folds are good here. And then you're just going to tighten it. Don't tighten it too much because you don't want to collapse your folds, but you want it to be tight. All right, so this is our little broom. This is our broom all closed up, and then you'll just boop, pop it open, and you could just put a little bit, like a small ribbon there in the top. You could take some yarn if you wanted to. Oh goodness, I'm gonna have to find the end of this yarn again. This yarn is, well, anyways, you could just take a little loop of yarn, put it inside of there, and then this is going to give you like your little hanger part, and you could hang it on a tree. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. You could put a little small bow if you have a little small ribbon there, or you can just do a little jewel. So I think we're just going to do just a little mini jewel here. These jewels are from Glittz and Glue. And she has an Etsy page where you can buy them. She has all different sizes of them. Yeah, I think that one's good. So I'm just going to put just a little jewel right there to finish this one off. So, like I said, these ones are perfect for a tiered tray. If you have a little tiered tray, you can just add these on there. Or like, let's say you have a sign. You can add this onto like a wooden sign. If you say like, get witchy or something, I don't know. Then you can put this like and glue it on your sign, because these are just little small ones, but that's how you do a witch broom with a 2.5 inch ribbon. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is we're going to do just the 4-inch ribbon by itself. So again, this is a deluxe one. I love it because again, it has that fuse back. We are going to use a real budget friendly one for the real good ribbon, but these two will do this one here. So again, it's the same concept, except for this one, I'm going to fold it about a 1/2 inch instead of the 1/4 inch. So I'm going to fold it down again, and then I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to go forward. And again, we're going to do 7. So if you don't want to do 7, you want to do a different number. You just want to make sure that it's an odd number, so that way you have that middle fold. So that's where you can put your broom handle behind it, so that way it doesn't look off. You won't have one side of your broom, like the bottom part, wider than the other side. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, I'm going to cut it about however wide your folds are. You want to cut that extra piece that wide. Then you're just going to take it. You're going to fold it right down into your fold there. So you have a finished back. Then for this one, we're going to kind of set that aside. Then we're going to take a shish kebab skewer, and I like this yarn. You can use whatever yarn you want. This is a really thin yarn. I get it from Hobby Lobby. It's called Yarn Bee, and it's kind of got like a little glitter to it, but it's not glitter. It's just like tinsel throughout, but I like how it looks for the handle, but it is very thin. So we're going to put a little bit of glue right at the top of our shish kebab skewer there. Then I'm just going to put the yarn right on the top there. I kind of fold it down just a little bit. I'm just going to take a little bit of glue, just the smallest amount, just on the side there. Just kind of smear it, just so I can hold the ribbon or the wire, or the yarn as I go around. I probably called it ribbon earlier. I do it all the time. But now we're just going to twist our shish kebab skewer, and it's going to start wrapping down. But I want it to be a little thicker, so what you do is you're just going to push up like that, and it's going to make it a little thicker, and it's also going to kind of give it a flocked appearance for the handle. So I like that a little better. It is going to be a little more time consuming than if you just wrapped it one time and didn't have to do this. But I like the way that it looks, so this is why I do it this way. But you can do it whatever you want. You can also use thicker ribbon or thicker yarn. I like to get the Premier yarns. They're Premier Parfait in XL. That's a good size. And at Michael's, I like to get their one, and it's a number 7 for the weight. Those ones are always good too. And they both have them in a lot of different colors, so you can get a good variety. But I just like the way this looks because it has a little tinsel in it. And Hobby Lobby has these in multiple colors. So they have like a navy, they have a green, they have like a mauve, and they all have the tinsel in it. So you can get all different colors. You have like a red. And they even have a gray too. All right, see, this is why I'm saying it takes so much time. I would have been finished already if I didn't have to do all of this. Also, you can cut it down so you don't have to have such a long handle. So we're gonna almost finish. I'm not going all the way to the bottom because a lot of this is gonna go into the broom part of our broom. So almost done, almost done. But if you use the thicker yarn, it definitely, we would have been done a few minutes ago. All right, so that's about enough there. So now I'm just gonna put some glue right here, and then I'm gonna finish wrapping that yarn. Till I don't see the glue anymore. Press it down, like that, and then cut it. Oops. Okay, so here's our handle. So now what we're gonna do, and I left about, you know, 1.5 inches of the skewer out there, which is fine. Now again, we're gonna shape our broom, make sure all of the pleats are even. I'm gonna find that middle one, so go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is our middle piece right here. Then I'm just gonna open that middle, and then I'm gonna put some glue back here. Not too far down, just far enough to where the wood dowel is. I'm gonna put it kind of on the sides. Then we're gonna stick that in there. I'm gonna kind of smear it around, make sure the glue gets everywhere. And then I'm just gonna press it down. And I kind of put it in the middle of the folds. I don't want it to go all the way to the front, so I kind of put it in the middle. Then we're going to do the same thing where we're going to take our little black zip tie, going to wrap it around the top here, and we will, same thing, let me pull down over here on this side because it's a little bit longer. I want it to try to be as even as I can. And then I'll tighten it up. And we will cut this. Like so. And again, open it up. Then you have yourself a little broom. For this one, you could just, to make a little fun thing on the top here, because it's a little larger, you can just take some 5/8 inch ribbon, and this is also from Burlap and Bling. If you use code RK10, you will get 10% off. And these are just like their glittered 5/8 inch ribbon. I love them for so many reasons. If you are not already following or subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel, and you'll see how I use a lot of this ribbon in so many different ways. Because I don't use ribbon just to make bows. I use ribbon to do so many things. All right, so we're going to take both of our ribbon, fold it, and then we're going to just fishtail it. So that's cutting the folded ends to the center. Cut it to the center there. Then you have two little pieces like that. Then we're just going to cross them like that. Then you could just take and then just gather them. Oh, I don't have another zip tie. And then you would just zip tie them there. You would just take a zip tie around the middle of this, and then you could just put it onto your broom like that. I didn't grab a zip tie, so we're not going to be able to do that, but that's how it would look. And then for the, I just put like a little eyeball in the center there. So that's that one. And for the last one, if you wanted to make it just a little bigger, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take two 4-inch ribbons, and these are called RG ribbon, really good ribbon. These are definitely your budget-friendly ribbons. I love them. I use them a lot. So if you're like the other ones, the deluxe is just a little bit more than you want to spend, then this is the one you want. And I love the fine glitter. You can also get these from Burlap and Bling as well. But see, it's just that they're not as stiff. So like in the center there, you see how it just kind of collapses? These, where this one is not going to do that. It's going to keep kind of popping out. So that's the difference of the quality there. But you could definitely still do what we're going to do. So you just have to decide which one you want on the top and the bottom. I think I want this one to be the top and this one's going to be the bottom. So we're just going to take our ribbon, same thing. We're going to fold it down, fold it again, and we're going to create 7 folds. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. 7. Okay, same thing. We're going to cut this just a little bit longer. Fold it down. And then we have that one. So we're going to take this, put this off to the side. Now we're going to take this fun one, the polka dots, and we're going to do the same thing. So when you fold it, you want to make sure you're folding both of them the same, as close to the same width as possible. I'm going to take this as my guide kind of here. Looks good. So I'll fold it twice, then fold it back, forward, and do this until we have 7 folds. Oops. So I used to always do like my angels and things. I'd use this kind of ribbon, but then I did find that the deluxe, the deluxe just folds better because this one gets a little crazy because it doesn't have that stiffness in the center. So if you are a bow maker, you probably already have some of the better quality ribbon, and then you can always just use little pieces, because if you only have about a 15-inch piece left that's not enough for a bow, then you can just easily make a little broom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one more. 7. All right. Then we're going to fold that down. Tuck it in. Now we have both of them set. So we have both ready. So this one's going to go on the top here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of fan it out like that. Then I'm going to fan this one out, but I'm going to just put each fold on top of the fold of the orange. So it's kind of good because then it's going to kind of give it double the security, because these are a little bit thinner of a ribbon. So this will kind of help hold its shape a little better. So we're just gonna, let's just fan it out like that. Take each fold around the fold of the orange like that. So it's kind of like that. So now you have a big kind of accordion fold. So this, let's just pretend this is like a 6-inch ribbon, not a 4-inch. And I'm just kind of pinching down on that like that. And then I'm just going to kind of come around the back here, and I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of glue in each one of these folds. And then on the sides here, on the edges, we're going to just glue these pieces down here. And I'm just going to push it all down, turn it around. You don't want to do too much glue. Like that. All right, so now we have like a big broom. Then the same thing, you kind of take it down here in the middle part here, and then that's going to be your broom. So again, you'll just take your skewer, and you don't have to wrap it with the wire or with the yarn either. You can just take your broom or your straw, and you can just use your straw also. So it really, it's just a preference thing, what you want. I just like the look of the yarn, so that's why I'm gonna use the yarn. But I'm not gonna have you guys sit and have to watch me wrap it again. So I'm gonna wrap it, and then I'll come right back, and then we'll finish the broom. Hold on. All right, so I finished wrapping it. This time I left about 2 inches because this is gonna be a little larger of a broom. So again, we're gonna find our center. 1, 2, 3. There's our center. So I'm just gonna put the glue here on the shish kebab skewer for this one. And then we're gonna just kind of find the middle so it's not just on one side. Pinch it down. Like so. And then we're gonna take our zip tie again. Gonna wrap it. And for this type of ribbon, this you will want to be careful when you tighten it, because again, it doesn't have that strength in the center like the other one, so it's going to be easier to collapse, and you don't want it to collapse. So we're not going to tighten it too much. Cut that extra there. And the other thing is, like, when it's kind of a little more weak of a ribbon here, it wants to, like, see how it kind of like folds in like that. It doesn't want to hold its shape. So there definitely is a difference from, you know, the quality of like the deluxe to the real good ribbon. So I just wanted to make sure, you know, I point that out to you guys. So it, again, you could still do it. It doesn't, you know, change your ability to make it. It just might change your final product. So just to keep that in mind. Okay. So this is our big witch broom now. So we are going to take our ribbon here that I folded, and I did grab a zip tie so we can do it with this one here. And for this one, I think we're going to do 2 more of each one here. Fold it, cut to the center, fold it up, cut down to the center. All right. So what you're going to do, you're just going to, these ones are a little longer. So we're going to fold or crisscross, make an X. Then I'm going to take the purple. And I'm going to, actually let's do that. And then that. Then we're just going to gather them in the middle. Just going to gather them, pinch it. I'm going to take our zip tie, slide it right up underneath there. Zip tie it. Don't tighten it all the way, just tighten it enough to hold it together. But you want to make sure you still have some slack on that zip tie, because then you're going to want to flip the block of your zip tie towards the back there. Then this is when I make sure I kind of even everything out. Make sure all of the pieces are good. Okay, now that I feel like, yep, that's good. Now I can tighten it up. And you're gonna cut this back part off. And now we'll just glue it right there on the top of our broom. Just put some glue there. Hold it. And now we can put a little jewel or gem. Like the other one, I did a little eyeball that I got from Amazon, which I thought that was fun. But they're not over here, so we're just gonna do a little jewel. Like I said, these jewels are from Glittz and Glue. And the Glittz is with 2 T's. And she's on Etsy. Oh, that's perfect. It's like a deep purple jewel there. So we're just gonna glue that down. And these bigger ones are perfect for in like your tree. If you do like a Halloween tree, they're great for that. Or if you do a garland or a swag or a wreath, they also work for that too. But here's the larger one. Here is just the 4-inch by itself. And then we have the little baby. So these are all witch brooms, 3 different sizes, all the same kind of technique, just the folding. This one's the only one because it has the double, but you can have lots of fun. You could really zhuzh them up if you want to, but I hope you really enjoyed this, and I hope you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on anything, because we're going to start getting into some really good fun stuff. And don't forget, if you want to get some of this ribbon, use RK10 at burlapandblingdecor.com. I'll post all of that and Glittz and Glue for the jewels. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.